Media credit, Madeleine Cook. Senior staff photographer sophomore guard Terry Nolan Jr. looks to make a pass during Wednesday night's game against Dayton. Coming off its first road victory of the season at St. Joseph's, men's basketball seemed to have hit its stride, leading Dayton by 22 points at home in the first half Wednesday night. But the high fives and high spirits would be short-lived as GW, 5-10, 1-1 saw its lead evaporate due to sloppy ball handling and ice-cold shooting, a duo that spelled doom in a 72-66 loss to the Flyers, 10-5, 2-0 A10. The loss dropped the Colonials' home record to 4-5 and marked the second time this season GW has blown a 22-point lead at home. In the Colonials' season-opening loss to Stony Brook, GW opened the game with a 22-0 lead. The Colonials led the Flyers 28-6 with 12:32 before halftime, but could not keep up their scoring momentum in the second half. "We came out, we knocked down shots in the first half, but what we can't do is bank on that to happen the rest of the game," head coach Maurice Joseph said. "We can't stop defending, we can't stop executing the game plan, we can't turn the ball over, we can't start playing poorly in the second half and doing some of the things that we talked about not doing going into the game and expect to win." After shooting 50.0% from the field in the first half, including 8 for 16 shooting from beyond the arc, the Colonials shot 26.5% in the second half on a 9 for 34 clip. GW ended the evening shooting 37.5% from the field. Ball movement, which led to 11 assists on 15 field goals in the first half, was non-existent after the break, and GW had just 3 assists in the final 20 minutes. "They came out more aggressive in the second half, they had more energy than us, and we kind of had complacency," redshirt junior guard DJ Williams said. "It's just a learning point for us. These past couple games we've grown and got better, and we've got to learn from this." Dayton sophomore guard Jordan Davis, who came into the game having made just 21.9% of his three-pointers on the season, went 7 for 12 from a long distance to go along with 3 steals en route to a career-high 25 points for the Flyers. Although the Colonials' defense clamped down on Atlantic 10 preseason all-conference first-team selection redshirt senior forward Josh Cunningham and reigning A10 Player of the Week redshirt freshman forward Obi Toppin, the pair had just 10 points on 2 of 6 shooting. They had no answers for Davis in the second half. The SC native connected on 6 triples and poured in 20 points after the break. Williams led the Colonials with a career-high 20 points, 5 rebounds and 3 assists on 9 of 17 shooting from the field. A trio of sophomores, guard Maceo Jack, forward Javier Langaritza and guard Justin Missoula, rounded out the Colonials in double figures with 13, 12 and 11 points, respectively. Sophomore guard Terry Nolan Jr. had an unusually quiet night, going 2 for 10 from the floor in 38 minutes of action. GW got off to a blazing start and led 18-4 with 15:55 left to play. Colonials shot a perfect 6 for 6 from the field in the first 4 minutes, with Missoula looking sharp on both ends, collecting a steal, drawing a charge and picking up 8 points right out of the gate. Led by the sophomore class, GW kept its foot on the gas pedal. Jack knocked down 2 triples and a layup for 8 points of his own as the Colonials opened up a 33-11 lead with 11:06 to play in the first half. Dayton switched to a more aggressive defense and began to climb back into the game. Pushing the pace off missed long-range shots, the Flyers closed the gap to just 10 points heading into the break. Still, a 16-8 advantage on the glass helped the Colonials maintain a 40-30 lead into the locker room. Out of the break, the Colonials threatened to pull away once again, as Williams, Jack and Langaritza scored in the paint on 3 consecutive possessions to grow GW's lead to 16 points. But Davis and junior guard Trey Landers got the hot hand for the Flyers, combining for 15 of the Flyers following 18 points and cutting GW's lead to just 9 points, 56-47 with about 8 minutes left in the half. The Colonials remained silent as the Flyers crept closer and closer to their lead. A 3 by Davis gave Dayton its first lead of the game, 57-56, with 9:50 remaining in the contest. The Colonials appeared to run out of gas as Dayton held GW without a field goal until Jack broke the drought with a layup with 1:59 to go to make the score 66-61. They started denying passing lanes a little bit. They started icing ball screens, so instead of us getting the ball moving from side to side, they kept it on one side of the floor, Joseph said. And then they just hunkered down and built up their walls on the weak side, and their walls are big on the weak side. Dayton went 6 for 8 from the free throw line in the final minute to secure the victory. The Colonials will host the Richmond Spiders Saturday. Tip-off is set for 4 p.m.